Let you in on a secret. Chaos963. Doing it to you in 3D. So groovy that I dig me. I'm going to let you in on a secret today. Know and trust everybody doing good on a Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Friday, oh yeah, man, it's Friday. It don't really mean what it used to mean no more, though. You know what I'm saying? Used to be something. Now it still mean a little something, but it ain't what it used to be. Friday, though. It's Friday. Chaos963, doing it to you in 3D. There's my information. Give me a holler, I'll holler back. Bless me. You be blessing yourself. Giving it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaking together, running over. That's some fat stuff right there. Yeah, man, look here, we're going to talk about a secret. I touched a little bit on this on last night, and something came back when I hit it, so I'm going to try to really hit it from a different side, tap it again, throw a little more light on it, because folk need a little light. Because everybody running, well, what's going on? What's this about? What's happening here? There's nothing new under the sun, man. Nothing new under the sun. For real. Everything you seen now, you done seen before, different shade. That's all. You know, the telephone's still a telephone. Now they just got, took the wires off. Nothing new. And that's serious. And even when I say tongue-in-cheek, the telephone is still the telephone, it goes deeper than that, man. Because there was a time our communication was on such a level where it wasn't a need for a telephone. And y'all need to hear that. You need to get that. You need to hear and get and understand where you really come from, your ancestors, and what you was doing way back in the day. And that is what is going to be done, need to be done right now. We got away and lost away and some more stuff, but that's what time it is, for real. Understanding that that's where we come from. This stuff we're doing now pales by comparison. Pales by comparison. We talk about a smartphone and we could, talk and take pictures and all that, man. It used to be all that we was doing in our mind. They tell you you're using about 10% of that joint. Well, there was a time when we had it ramped up. It was way more than anybody's 10%. And so that's what we're going back to. This thing is as they say, Hermes Trismegistus, I can't get away from him, talk about that science, says that it's a pendulum. It goes one way, then it comes back the other way. We coming back, man, and it's coming back to full force. The energy's being let loose, the vibration is picking up, and folks is waking up, lighting up, turning up, and building up energy, man, so that you can just do all the things that you think you ever wanted to do. I'll tell you, a cell phone, you're going to be throwing that away. You're going to be looking at a cat with a cell phone like it's one of them old flip phones from back in the day. You say you might need a rotary down on that cell phone, because the things we finna do, man, is Battlestar Galactica, man. And it's already happening. People's tripping like, man, what did I do that? And then they're tripping, man, do you ever be sitting and you like, and so-and-so's fitting to come by and showing up. And you know why I was just thinking about you, pal. So now a lot of that, we've been kind of taught, trained, moved away, bamboozled, tricked, and got that just all the way just in a whole wrong file and package. No, that's in the right place. That's in the right package. That's how we used to flow all the time, and that's how we flowing again. It's interesting because you see some of these magicians now, and you be like, was that a trick, or was he plugged in like that? I'm telling you some of that stuff. Call it magic. If it's magic. Look here, I'm going to pour a little libation. For those that have gone on, for those that have made the transition, and so they not here in body, but definitely here in spirit. Energy never changes, man. It just transforms, You can't kill it. Can't kill it. So we're going to do a little libations. I want you to do some libations with me. I know you got ancestors and things like that that you miss, love, feel strong about. Well, believe me, they're rooting for you, cheering you on. And if you was half as smart as you thought you was, you'd be trying to beam me up that power, Scotty. Come on in. Because, man, you need it. I remember one time I had, back in the day, I was a different cat. But anyway, I was no, but see, I had this car, right, and man, I was dumping all kind of cash into it. You know, back then everybody want to have little hot rods, you know. And I had a hot rod. I had a 64 Chevy 327 rat engine. Boy, that sucker would, whew, you talk about get away from you was there. I remember I hit it coming out onto the main drag. For me, it was 32nd Avenue, and I'd be popping going down 32nd, and it'd be just trying to get on away from it. Well, one day, I was coming down 32nd, hitting York Street. Now, if you know Denver, you're from Denver, whatnot, you know the 32nd and York, them was the main artery type, right? So you just have to do one, and so you got a stop sign on the 32nd Avenue, because York is older street and the main thoroughfare. And so I'm working on the car, you know, and I'm learning while I'm working. You know, I'm not a serious mechanic. I'm shade tree mechanic at best. You know, but yeah, back in the day, young, and you had the older cats in the hood, and you go to them. I mean, we had to do. Travis, that boy had a 55 baby blue Chevy, man, that would just scare you. He can light his tires on fire. We go over to the car wash, and he get in there and hit it and do a line lock. You know, the line lock, he locked them front wheels, and he just hit that bad boy in back, and them tires started spinning. Whoosh. So anyway, you know, when time comes, we need a little help with the car, we can always go to them cats. Hey, man, what about A, B, C, D, E, F, and G? Oh, yeah, come here, youngster, crazy. Let me show you. And they, you know, they'd school us. Well, I'm hot rodding, and I just put some new something on there. I wanted to take it out, so I hit 32nd, and I'm flying down 32nd. You know, I'm just like a bat out of hell. And I'd been working on my brakes earlier. Where my toy at? Where my toy at? Because you got a sense where this is going. So I'm coming right up on York Street, right? And I'm my downshift, I downshift again, and it's starting on down. And so I come up to the sign, and I'm still going a good little clip. And man, I ain't got no brakes. And I remember, man, I just said, oh well. And so instead of just trying to stop and turn on into the, I just hit it, snatched it back, boom, shot through. Man, I'm seeing cars coming, right? And I practically just closed my eyes. And when I looked up, I'm on the other side of the traffic heading down the road. And I always just kind of, you know, excused that and wrote it off to, oh man, I got lucky and woo-woo. But man, when I'm calculating this, I'm like, I can't make it. I can't make it. You know, at best, if I could just kind of shoot through, and maybe if they see me, you know, they'll stop too. But I'm not seeing me make it. I come through unscathed. And I can give you many stories like that, you know. But back in the day, I'm a lucky guy. You know, lucky guy. You know, I can't even shot or woo. That dude fell off a 6-story. You know, look at that. If it ain't your time to go, it just ain't your time to go. And you ever think about that stuff, man? Something's moving on your behalf. And we see it, we know it, we even understand it. That's why we say things like that. If I'd have just listened to my spirit, man, something was telling me that. If we would just recognize it, how much more impacting would it have been? How much more impacting now? That's my question. Is it going to be for you? I encourage you to sit up at night and get the little thing before you get ready to, and then just sit there a second, and you might get bold with it. Don't get spooked out now. Just don't get spooked out. But Jesus was his ancestors, or somebody that wants to talk to me, or if you got a favorite, your aunt or somebody that just went on. Boy, I don't even know I'm going down this street, but I'm going down there. You might say, hey man, what's up? What do I need? How do I need to do this? You know, for you biblical cats, man, look at, you know, Solomon, and they'd go before the war, and they would call, and they got mad because when they called Samuel back up when they called Samuel, back up, and he said, man, why you calling me up like this, man? They called him from the other side. So don't be tripping out, man. Trip in. That's what you need to do, trip in. Trip on into this, man. Man, and whatever your lean, you know, the Holy Spirit guide me. My archangel, you got an archangel, you got a guiding angel, you got a ministering angel. You got ancestors. You got powerful spirits, man, that are just ready to help you out, man. Receive that help. Okay. That was your public service announcement for today. I'll pour a couple of these old spirits out here and get some juice going there. I pulled up my other list, but I didn't print it out. But I'm gonna get off on this one here. I hit this one kind of hard, but you know these big guys, they ain't handle it. So again, yeah, to Dream Myrtle Low, my mom, I say, I need a little more water. I say, yeah, it's something that we kind of hid in the back burner, because you know we come up out through slavery and whatnot, man, and all that old stuff, and you know that stuff. The massa. He said, man, y'all don't be practicing all that old stuff now. Oh no, man, you know. So we had other ways to implement it, you know, and it was nonetheless implemented. Let me see now what we got. Okay, I hope y'all didn't lose the picture, because I sure lost it on my screen. We there? We good? All right. And check video rate. Yeah, I just checked it. We good. And man, a lot of those powers and stuff like that, you know, we implemented them in different ways, you know, but we kept them. I was talking to a baby once, and she's talking, and I was sharing some of this with her, and we got a friend, and she's from them islands and whatnot, you know, and so you know, we over there one day, and I'm explaining some of that to her about how, you know, a lot of those traditions and stuff came with us. They just transformed a little bit so it was more palatable, you know, for folk, and it could be hidden from other folk, and so we walk around the house, and I'm pointing out to her. I said, "Do you know what this is?" She said, "No." I said, "Well, that's such and such. You know, he's this spirit. He's the deity. He's the spirit over peace, and he's the spirit over water. You know, this, that, and the other. You know." And I said, "Do you know what this is?" And she got a house full of stuff. And you go to folk house, and you see them, they spill a little salt, and they throw that salt over the shoulder. You know, trip on it. You ever seen where they take it and throw it in the corners? They ain't tripping on it. You know, it's what they did back then. Okay. So something happened up in there. Something, they get that sage out, get to smoking that sage. Smoke the sage right here, right quick. You know, just, yeah. And most time, I know folks wouldn't say nothing. They just, that's kind of what we do. We just said, why do we? I don't know, but Grandma did it. That's why. Okay, well, Granny did it. Got to be all right. Well, we need to be more cognizant of that stuff, man. Why we do what we do, because that's the system we really come up out of, man. And that system was in place long before any of them other systems. Matter of fact, I can show you where all of your other systems come out of that system. All of them. Christianity, Muslim, Judaism, all of them. Hinduism, all of them come up out of that. The spiritual, and you can see where they linked up and connect. And when you look at it, when they had their different pantheons and whatnot, the name changed. And then when you actually research it back, oh, well, that's so and so. Yeah, that was when it was Greek. It was, but now that it was, but then it was for that, and then with the come out of the mystics. And when it back in Kemet, it was this. And same thing, same suit. Just warmed up. And I'm definitely get into, you know, something, because believe me, man, we talking about the things that we dealing with here and now. The victory's there. You can't lose. But if you don't implement your win, then you automatically lose. Implement your win. Is that cool? To Mama, I say. To my dad, I say. William Frederick helped raise the cat, I say. My Aunt Janice, I say. Uncle Edward, I say. To Ava Shani, I say. To Zerbanda, I say. Cristo Negro, I say. Cristo Rey, I say. Papa Legba, I say. To Muhammad Ali, I say. I love it. To Sam Samuel, I say. All the spirits known and unknown, I say. All the ancestors known and unknown, I say. All your ancestors known and unknown, I say. We just take that to the bank. So then, having done that, we getting back. We understand that there's the systems, the spirit systems, and all that were in place, long before all the stuff that folks is dealing with now. And I mean, the whole architect, all the hieroglyphics and all that. Them was the writings, man. They wasn't trying. They was communicating with a fella, and so they knew that it was gonna be a little sleep period, if you will, and they were saying, okay, we need to write this down so cats can have this. And they wrote it down and they sent it out into the world, and they definitely wrote down every inch of the temples and whatnot was can be read. Man, was passing information, and that's real talk. And that information is about you, and who you are, and where you come from, where you going, and when you gonna get there. So into that, I'm sharing today that the fact that a lot of the stuff when it came out, it was taken. Some of the secret societies and whatnot, they took that stuff and they hid it on the way, and then some other folks would get it, and they'd have some in this country, some in that country, and it's interesting now because, we take a hold of these little bitty pieces of the pie that we got, and we just, nah, man. The bottom line is what the move now is to take it all. The man that knows one book knows none. So if you're trying to move off one book, you're at a disadvantage. And I'm seeing where the whole plan was to bring all of that here, this melting pot here, then stir it up, and then create this super, man, the United States is a powerful joint. When it's acting and doing and moving in the vein it need to be, and that's coming. Because, see, you can't inhibit a whole people, man. You can't oppress and suppress a whole people and expect to be, and they say, man, no, that's not going to work. And right now, folks, coming up, and the energy that's going to be bestowed upon us is going to allow us to make that come up in ways folks never imagined. And again, as I said, as you start to see this and understand it, and then choose to move in it with intention, not just accidentally, oh, wow, did I do that? No. It's going to be, yeah, I did that, and going to do it again. You can see me tomorrow on that same page, same station. With that understanding, knowing that all this is coming together, now it's just increased, man. Also with the fact that we've been, as a people, treated in such a way, it has caused an intense buildup of energy, man. And we see it now, and folks is not really defining and saying it like that, but that's what time it is. Man, this thing's building up. You're talking about volcano action, man. But it's not just building up with lack of intention, lack of direction. Now you see folks trying to get an understanding, get a direction, get some camaraderie. And it's weird because, they to use the vernacular that they use on the street today about being on point, it's on point. They are doing more things that are on point than is even spoke of sometimes. I remember it was a time when the oppression was so cold that, when you help somebody, you really didn't want to, be too overt with it, which is just the way it was, And now we see folks are starting to reach out and say, well, no, I gotta give them my folk. And as this starts to happen, folks gonna have to start understanding that, I'm seeing some things happening here lately, and I'm not even gonna go on all that because I'm being too. I'm not trying to be all political, but some things happening. Folks say, well, yeah, I hear what you're saying here, and this, that, and the other. Well, why are you just now speaking up? Well, understand. Until the I like to say, until the pupil is ready, the teacher won't appear. Everything's ready now, man. folks is waking up, getting jarred and realizing and with that understanding, saying, well, look, I think we could be a little more impacting if we kind of, oh man, we can't get along. Oh yeah, we can get along. Yep, we can. We can get along. We can organize. We can have order. All of that, man. And it's really nothing new for us. Again, it was a time when we organized too much, Tulsa, or when we organized too much, St. Louis. Then folks didn't sit right with that. Oh, you getting kind of uppity, boy. Well, no, I'm just trying to do more. No, okay, we got something for that. But now it's different. Nothing is harder to stop than an idea whose time has come to pass. That's mine. Nothing is harder to stop than an idea whose time has come to pass. That's what time it is. But I'm talking about the secrets, man. I'm talking about the secrets. And then speaking on that, like I said, there's different components going on. You might have a little bit of A over there, you got some B over here, et cetera, et cetera. Now when you bring it all together, you got an alphabet. And you can understand and appreciate it now. Because for one, a singular move in this is not going to be enough. And we look at it and understand it by realizing the nature of things. The nature of this conquest that we're in now. Every conquest you see throughout the planet, throughout history, has been dealt with and won with a strategy of hierarchies, a strategy of I don't know what the word would be, but where folks come together. And when I say come together, I don't necessarily mean, I mean, if you have an army, there's a hierarchy. And when the times to come to go to battle, go to war, then that hierarchy comes together. And I'm not talking about the hierarchy as far as the general, the lieutenant, sergeants, captains, et cetera. I'm talking about you got your foot soldiers, you got your technical cats, you got your tank dudes, you got your airplane dudes, depending on what war and all it was. But I mean, all the way back in history, you had dudes doing different parts. You had your people that cooked. You had your people that kept the army fed. They said the army travels on its stomach. Everybody got a part. And I say that because it's vitally important that you know and understand that you have a part. That you have a part, know you have a part. Look to see what your part is. Look to see what your purpose is. Meditate on that. Move in that. Build that up. And then act on your part. Obviously, you got some old cat, man. He's not finna go out, and he's not gonna do the young part thing. I was gonna say he might not, carry a sign. Or he might carry a sign. I don't know. But there's a place for him. There's a place for him. I was listening to the one little group they had, and they had strapped up and was going out and they was, demonstrating and whatnot. And they said some of the old vets was coming in, with them and just putting it in their ear, giving them advice. Everybody got their part. And when you understand that, it's a lot smoother. And a lot of that is understanding that, well, I can't say it but one way. Women, man, they're some incredible beings, man. Incredible. I look at Deborah. Deborah was in the Bible. And she was leading folks in the war. She was, the head, the general status and whatnot. I remember one of the scriptures talked about something to the effect, I'm paraphrasing, but it says, well, if y'all don't step up, I'm gonna do this, and it's gonna be a shame for history to say that a woman, but not so much, man. Let that man, if that's, because there's some awesome pieces. But the point I say overall is that, man, everybody got a part, everybody got a mission, everybody got a song, and there's no more secrets, man. All the stuff that's been revealed, I said the other day ago, man, look, you spend an hour on whatever situation that you feel led by, you're going to get revelation. You can go on that line right now, Google and all of that, Wikipedia, which woo, watch out for Wikipedia. Wikipedia had you over there, you're supposed to be over here. Wikipedia better watch it. But I mean, it's there. And particularly, even no matter if it's Wikipedia or whatever, if you're not dealing with it with intelligence, with some spiritual insight, then yeah, you're liable to get led off the edge. First and foremost, you need to invoke some spirit and ask them to show me. Show me what it is I need to be seeing in here. Show me what it is in here that's for me. There's no secrets, man. Not no more. It's all out. It's all out. So now it's incumbent upon you to find yours, read, study. Man, they got some books. Man, over this little hiatus that we took here, this coronavirus, man, I've been ordering up some stuff and just got a hold of some awesome pieces. Like I said, there's some cats online, man. They got some studies and whatnot, and some of them, man, you could go to their websites, their web pages. They got books and whatnot right there. Some of them let you download stuff. Some of them done wrote some of their own stuff, They got some, man, the folks is busy. Energy is being released. Wisdom is being released. Secrets are being unturned. Books are being found. Pamphlets are being found. What's the thing? When they unroll them and all that, and when they found the scrolls are being found. Parchments are being found. Hieroglyphics are being interpreted. It's on like never before, and the knowledge and wisdom is here, and it's incumbent upon you to get at it, learn it, walk in it, and implement it. The secrets from old that they speak of been packed away, man. It's a difference now, than back then. Back then they, held that stuff real close to the chest, but now it's out. They had dudes in the past writing books. Said one cat that he wrote about the secret society and what they was doing and whatnot. The stuff is out there. So saying all that to say, it's not to say what you don't know, because what you think you don't know, you can get. And then there's, as they say, the acoustic records, man. You could cut in and get your meditate going on and get into them spiritual records, man. Because truly, it was a time when we knew it all individually. They wrote all that stuff down, the hieroglyphics and whatnot, when we started to fall off and all. The vibrations started slowing down, and all of a sudden, folks' minds wasn't what they. I can't quite remember what was I saying? When that happened, then they said, "Oh man!" And then they got the prophecies, and the prophecy said, "Man, we need to write all this down, man." Because if this vibration gets to such, and it is, then this here mind is not going to be what we need for it to be. And they was spiritual enough to understand that. And as they moved on that, they laid down the breadcrumbs. And they did it, and they did it right. And now it's time for us to pick that knowledge back up and get back busy with it. Pick the knowledge back up and get back busy with it. Go and read and research, study your history. Talk to the elders that you have around you before they do make the transition. Because there's some elders that have seen some things. We're just now getting to the end. There's a few slaves, actual slaves left. There's some folks that come from way, way back and understand a lot of things. And far too often we miss that knowledge. I think back on my grandma, man, the times I go by there and she was trying to talk and I'm trying to go play football. And she just, well, you go on, man. But she's a brilliant woman, man. She was anointed, man. And I remember she, you be feeling a little sick, she'd go over there and get some herbs and spices and some eye of Newtons. She stir up a little something. Here, take this, boy. And it be bubbling, and got some stuff in there. You take it. Now you can go. Go play football. Why you want to play football? Don't you need that knowledge you just saw? Yeah, well, no, I'm too young, too immature to understand it. But yeah, that's where we come from. And they got some folks still now, even today, man, that didn't run and didn't get left by the seas. They got dudes that have been studying this stuff that didn't forsake that knowledge. So we got the knowledge. The secrets is out, the understanding, and you need to get up on it. Find your part, your position. Some of you might be have knowledge hidden in your mind, hidden in your spirit, hidden in your soul. You need to be reaching down in there. Meditation is a strong key. I can't say that enough. And there's a lot of stuff I want to do. One of the things I do want to do is do some stuff to demonstrate some strong meditation techniques and whatnot. Because it's just a beautiful thing. It allows your mind, excuse me, it allows your mind to, and your spirit, one, it allows the left, right hemispheres of the brain to kind of come together. And it allows that deep-seated stuff to kind of come up. It allows spiritual healing. So the stuff that is having problems coming through can come through, you know. And there's just so many different sides. I said there's so many different players. That's why I said America's an awesome melting pot. Because not only we got some awesome people here, but there's some awesome people that came from other parts that came here and shared some of their awesomeness. You know, but there's some folks now, man, and they doing it, man. Some young folks, they hitting it, man. I'm telling you, and it's just now's the time for us to be more understanding, more diligent about that level of consciousness, and start looking and tapping into those things, because it's there, you know, right there. Man, it's there. Yeah. So I think that about wrap it on up. I'm always short and sweet with it, you know, for now, because I'm really trying to put stuff together. I'm still just laying down foundations, you know, and the foundation is laid, and it's time to for me to take mine up to the next level, and I am. So I want to thank you for listening, and look forward to seeing you manana. Like, share. You got the information on the bottom, man. Do what you feel led to do. And to that, you know, I say be a blessing so you can be blessed, because that's what it's about. Reciprocity. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Be safe, man. Make it happen. Leave you and say for now, and enjoy the rest of your evening, and peace out.